Okay guys, we're up in the park of the pyramids. I'm thinking this is a pyramid of the sun, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to climb that. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess as you arrive here, you'll be kind of in the, you feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, so it's outside of Mexico City. You gotta pass through a couple of suburbs, industrial areas, and then the final few towns are pretty small. Pavement's not too good compared to, say, USA, but I suppose it might be pretty much average for this over here. Not too bad. Yeah, we're on the entrance. This is the main corridor toward the entrance to the Pyramid of the Sun. You'll see several layers of people climbing different sections of the pyramid as they make their way to the top. Hola. Swing back to the entrance. Swing right. Yeah, I tried to use a little bit of Spanish to figure out if that was the Pyramid of the Sun. Some of the girls said it was. So if they understood me, I guess it is the Pyramid of the Sun. It's not clearly marked. Pyramid of the Sun, I think. El Pirámide del Sol. If I run out of film in this camera, I guess I'll use the iPhone for the remainder.
Crystal skulls he's got there.
And closer into the crevices here, whatever that is. I think there's the Avenue of the Dead over there in between most of the pyramids, and you kind of sort of see it going like downtown-ish of the ancient city, where you had rivers of blood or something. Yeah, beautiful rivers of blood. Savages. All right, looks like we're coming up on the, I think, the central place. But then again, who knows? I haven't been here before, so I'm just guessing, right? God damn, there's a lot of people here. If it takes that much to keep it going. I guess it's the line for climbing, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, you'll see plenty of ass here, but anyway, we're climbing the damn pyramid. All right. It's my sexy shoes. Is yours a sexy, Sarah?
Yep.
Not quite? All right. Guess I'll do my cardio workout for the day. It's not that bad though. I mean, or maybe I'm just fooling myself and I'm not there yet. Yeah, we're fooling ourselves. Not there yet. Mountain air and hydration and all that shit. Here you go, Vista. Ooh la la. Yeah, we just climbed this. The only thing I found you might have to take note of is the steps are not level. So when you're stepping up and you're out of breath, it can throw you a little bit off balance. You don't know where level is. If you're level, yeah. That's a...
Move back, John.
Yep. So I'll zoom in a little bit. Do another one, 180, something like that. See, that's the biggest thing. If you're a little bit out of breath and you're off level, you might not notice. You might fall. But other than that, just make sure you lean forward as you climb. You should be fine if you're in shape. We'll swing to the pyramid itself. Start right there. Go up. Uppity up, up. There's some muscle men at the top. Check that out. Don't see any muscle girls though. All muscle men. Are you good to go? I'm gonna take a swig of water first. I'm gonna take a swig of water. We're gonna go up these stairs.
Welcome.
All right, guys. We're on top of, I guess we're about halfway up, Pyramid of the Sun. And we got a line wrapped around this pyramid on the, see, first 90-degree turn that way, and then another 90-degree before you can get on the steps for the crowds that come out here. Get up all in the place at once, or in a cohort fashion where nobody crowds the there's different levels. Get too many people, it gets a bit dangerous. I'll flip the camera around so you guys can see the city from here. All right, so see how long the crowd is. So there's the first 90-degree bend right there, and then there's the second one after this, like the whole freaking next bend of the pyramid. So it kind of gives you a good bit of time to catch your breath though, because even though I run all the time, this is still high elevation. So I think we're about 7,000 feet plus above sea level. So it makes you winded if you're not used to the thin air. And even though it's about 70 or 60 so degrees, it's still pretty warm because the air's thin. So it doesn't keep the thermals near your skin as it would, say, at sea level. So there's different effects. And there's a crowd behind us. There's some young folks trying to climb it just straight up the rocks instead of on the steps, so that's kind of cute. I guess if you're in your teens or your 20s, you can do that. Let's bring Sarah in here. We gotta have the balance of the yin yang. Where's her face? There she is. Can't have all yin and no yang.
Not dying yet.
She says she's not dying yet. Oh man. All right. Yeah, behind my head is toward the top. I see the sun setting this way, so that's west. So that's south side you're looking at up the top. I'll swing the camera south. So that's the south. If my coordinates are correct. Okay. You guys take care. We'll sign off. Bye. Made it up to the, was this the second stop? To the top?
Still have to go all the way up there.
Yep. Take another 180 sort of here. I'll narrate some more later on, but this is good enough to get the gist of it. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, do another 180 to the other way. From the other pyramid. Then we'll go up this pyramid. Apparently, this might have been a sacrificial altar, but I'm not sure. I gotta check the records. Avenue of the Dead, kind of sort of in the center, running through the whole center of the ancient city. Avenue of the Dead. Right there we go. So how was it, Sarah?
Heart is racing like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I run about once a week, and in order to refresh my oxygen, I breathe into my belly button, but up here it did not work. It just doesn't work, so I gotta take a break until I hit these next steps here. It was like 2 more levels to go, or 3? 2 to 3 more levels up. See? And we got some youngsters climbing down.
Espérate, quítate que vas a salir la foto.
Yeah, we're almost at the top of the Pyramid of the Sun. There's a little bit left to go till we're on top of the sacrificial altar to the dead gods. Beautiful.
No te vayas a ir para atrás, vente por acá.
Okay, we're looking roughly east here. Wave, Sarah. Yeah, I'll point it right in the back of you so we can watch you flip and fall and roll down the hill. Shit, I might climb it with the camera in my hand if I can. All right, see my sexy tennis shoes here? Running shoes. Let's go. Let's walk up this lava rock hill. They're throwing coins there in the middle, it looks like. You're dropping coins there, you could drop a few.
Huh?
You drop a few coins for the gods. You want human sacrifice, right? I think we're on the top of the altars, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely the top of the pyramid. Alright, let's kill this. Alright. We're facing north. This is due north. There's the Pyramid of the Moon there. We're standing on top of the Pyramid of the Sun, looking at the Pyramid of the Moon. Looks like they're doing some excavations or archaeological work down there. A little bit of a shed on top of some of these microliths, I'm gonna call them. The noise in the background is a bunch of bullshit whistles the kids had purchased on the way up here. So ignore that. This is along the Avenue of the Dead. You see these little, looks like stepping stones to offerings. I guess I have to read the history and see what the Spaniards saw when they first saw this stuff. But I think these were sacrificial altars. Looks like there's more of the more stuff left over at the Pyramid of the Moon there is in the Sun, as far as the structures of the step up, whatever, altars. That's what it looks like. So it looks like to me, yeah, that's the top of the Pyramid of the Sun again. We hung out there for a while, took some couple of shots. And this is the long line from the top to start making your way down the steps of the pyramid. So we're up in line. Gives you a good rest point, rest time before you hit the descent. There's a mountain in the back too, so right? Joey, Sarah, top of the Pyramid of the Sun.
Made it to the very top.
Pirámide del Sol. Get some kids down there dropping some, adults, some coins, I guess, to the gods. So we're going to try to flip the camera around to show you guys. Then we might do a couple of panoramics before we're done. So check this out. So you see that? They're dropping coins right in the very top of the pyramid here. A sacrifice, I suppose, offering. I guess. Not sure exactly what they're doing. That's my guess. Too much ass in here. Sorry about that. All right. So let's narrate a little bit on the top of here. So we're facing almost due west. Not exactly, but almost due west. So the sun is right here, but we're in December. So during the equinox, see, that would be west. If it was the equinox, we're not equinox. So west would probably be closer this way, maybe slightly off center. But apparently that straight ahead down this way was the altar of human sacrifice in front of this pyramid, apparently. And I'm not sure if they actually brought anybody up to the top of this place to be killed and sacrificed to the gods, not sure. Anyway, so we're gonna, if you think about the symbolism, like this was like their main altars, the Avenue of the Dead. And normally churches and religious facilities, you face them east for the rising of the sun, but this one is facing west, which means it's symbolizing death. So because the setting of the sun, pointing your religious, the front of your religious institution or your religious building to the west means you're, doing something about death or something ending or something gone away. Whereas most churches and most religious places would point their front doors to the east. That way, during Easter equinox, when the sun rises, you see coming through the front of the church door. So this one's opposite of, say, a church orientation on the coordinates. So let's do a couple of 360s here from the top. All right, we're facing that's west. I guess south, probably. And those weird noises is some stupid little toys that kids are playing with. And they're still gathered around the altar, sacrificing coins to the gods. or whatever. Let's go find Sarah. Some more commentary. Let's flip the camera to myself. You can see my beautiful middle-aged, crazy-ass face. All right. Found her. We're gonna do some commentary. All right. Commentary. Any comments from the top of pyramid?
I was going to leave an offering to the gods, but there's too many people and there's some kind of
She's a goddamn pagan.
ritual or something you're supposed to do.
If you do the wrong ritual, the gods are gonna come kill you.
Yeah, I'm white.
Yeah. Got to be part of the blood, I guess. I don't know. What do I know? Yeah, but you got like 1/16 American Indian in you, right?
Yep.
Anyway, pass this way. Yeah, in general, some nice folks around here. Pretty nice folks. I think most of these tourists actually come from around either Mexico or Latin America. Here, maybe once or twice I heard some English spoken, so it's probably not too many from the Anglosphere, so it's mostly probably Latin Americans come and visit this sacred place. I guess ancestrally it could be something like that. Part of the Mayan and Aztec sort of cultures. Well, of course, ancient history, right? Not even recent, so. I think I did about as much camera footage as I could, probably more, and I can cut some of it out, I would guess, from the final clips. Unless you got any more commentary of if you would like to sacrifice yourself. Is that Stephanie McGuire out there? Hi, Stephanie. Flip the camera. Hey, Stephanie. Yeah, she's watching. There's the Pyramid of the Moon over here this way. Oh, yes. This guy wants to take some pictures. Cute family.
That's really interesting.
So what do you think the butterflies symbolize?
Sometimes they represent souls.
Souls. Some people think butterflies represent some souls.
And you notice they're only at the top.
Only at the top, very top. So those of you who want to get mystical, so you come out here, and if you're into the esoteric stuff, as above, so below, so above sort of thing. So you surrounding the pyramid, you see a bunch of people trying to sell you shit all the way up until the entrance to the pyramid. So you can kind of speculate that the gods are dead and they're scavengers trying to scavenge off your energy. Because, I mean, these gods, when they were alive, required human sacrifice, and that's a lot of energy, you know, killing a few thousand millions of people every year versus hopefully zero nowadays, right? Which means they don't have much energy, which means they're low energy demons or spirits, and they have no more power other than what you give them, because they're just scavenging off the little energy they can get now. If you're into the theoretics of that stuff, you know, or if you want to speculate on perhaps what's going on nowadays with those ancient gods or whatever. That's a way to think about it. All right, I'll close out. Had some fun here. We're at the top. Probably got to make our way down and maybe go walk on the Avenue of the Dead for the next couple of clips. Be safe out there. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye. And we're headed down the steps.
Ja, ist schon cool. Und wie heißen die Sätze da? RSUAI oder sowas?
Ja.
Das Gesetz.
Ja.
Aquí
All right, we're at the bottom of the Pyramid of the Sun. Pretty tough coming down too. It's aging for you. Like I said, that background noise is some of those stupid bastards making noise with those little toys. Looks like this is this is probably an altar right here. It's probably an altar right here, so we think. And exiting toward the Avenue of the Dead. Then we'll probably swing back around toward the pyramid in a couple more feet. Alright, now's the time to swing around altar. There's another view of the pyramid. Alright, it's cut. Alright, in front of the altar, I guess. And looking up toward the pyramid behind the altar. And you could kind of, from this vantage, see the Pyramid of the Moon in the distance. Alright. Cut. Okay, guys. We're at the Avenue of the Dead, or the Street of the Dead. So, this is straight ahead is the Pyramid of the Sun right here. Okay, we climbed on top of that last hour or so. Pyramid of the Moon straight down the avenue. Alright. Pyramid of the Moon. You kind of maybe get an intimation that it might have been trying to reflect something off the mountain in the back there. Who knows? In some way. Some sort of coordination. Who knows? Here's some of the stuff on the side of the Avenue of the Dead. Looking west. Now we're looking south, approximately. Again, that's the other part of the Avenue of the Dead here. Let's get another look at it, looking toward that other pyramid down there. All right. All right. Avenue of the Dead. All right, looking roughly south. I'm going to swing back north. Zoom in a little bit. Still got people way at the top of the Pyramid of the Sun. And there's Sarah perched on the left. Right, it's cut. Alright, now we come to the end of the Avenue of the Dead. We're looking straight at the Pyramid of the Moon. Approximately 2 miles down the avenue. Alright, I'm going to swing slightly right to the Pyramid of the Sun, which we climbed earlier. Looks like there's still people up there. Yeah. Alright. And what's the name of this pyramid here, Sarah?
Which one? This one here?
Yeah.
Pyramid of the Feathered Serpent.
This is a Pyramid of the Feathered Serpent. And we'll go again north so we can show you the end of the Avenue of the Dead. And that's where you can't go any further. I guess there might be future excavations there, perhaps. Perhaps they don't know what the hell's out there and protect it until somebody can go out there and dig it up, I guess. Alright. There's a restaurant and bar up there we probably might check out. So, let's go a little bit down the avenue this way. It's a couple of few feet, few meters, few yards before we leave the park. All right. Swing toward the restaurant and bar to the left. This is due west. Alright. Cute little plaque on the entrance. We'll go to this other plaque to the left of it. And I think that's the escape route here. Restaurant as we showed you previously.
Alright. Nope, we are not done. We're beginning day 2. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's get started again.
Alright, another day. This is the Pyramid of the Moon. We just went through the entrance near here. If you're coming out here, it's a bit obscure. So this way is pointing toward the entrance you want to come from for the Pyramid of the Moon, which is probably the best entrance at the head of the Avenue of the Dead. So it's entrance 3. In Spanish, it's La Puerta Tres. Pretty much everything's in Spanish here, except for like where bathrooms are and stuff. So you might want to catch up on your Spanish a little bit. So we're gonna go walk toward the Pyramid of the Moon and show you guys around. Pyramid of the Moon. I guess this is the entrance. There you go. And the steep steps. Yeah. Just entering it here, we gotta watch it. Oh yeah, I topped off on my Advil before coming in. Sarah said she didn't need no Advil yet. Alright. Looks like the scavengers are not coming at us as hard today. Sure you want to climb that?
They only let you go to that first platform, that's it.
All right. Walk slowly to the altar, as I call them. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but we'll figure it out. Or not.
You're used for something.
Let's do another circle. Again, Pyramid of the Moon. All right, Pyramid of the Moon. We're standing on a platform directly in front of the Pyramid of the Moon. Not sure what this is. I guess it might be a lesser altar, and these altars around here might be greater altars, I'm guessing. Anyway, this is a platform. And we're going to point down the Avenue of the Dead, straight, almost due south. I think they say it's off by 15 degrees on the grids here. And swing slightly to the left. That's the Pyramid of the Sun, which we climbed the other day. Just want to take a note. The Pyramid of the Sun faces west, which is indicative of destruction and death. And the Pyramid of the Moon faces south, which is indicative of the sun and the equator. So my guess is that this is probably more correctly called the Pyramid of the Sun, and what's normally called Pyramid of the Sun should be called the Pyramid of Death and Destruction and the End of the World, based on its facing directions. That's me talking, not the official guys. So let's just zoom in a bit on the Avenue of the Dead, and we'll go climb the Pyramid of the Moon. Zoom out. Is it telling me the end of that? What's the little flashy signs these?
Low battery?
Really? All right, fresh film. Pyramid of the Moon. Approaching the altar in front of the Pyramid of the Moon. There's also an altar to the left, an altar to the right, and of course many altars in this central courtyard. So let's kind of ease this way to the left. You wonder what this is, huh? Chamber for priests, maybe? Guess we'll go to the sign and see. Looks like some sort of living quarters or business quarters. So they're doing excavations here, it looks like, so they don't want anybody in there. Don't disturb the precious archaeology. Make sure the pros disassemble it and clean it as it's uncovered. Looks like there must have been a fire in the middle of that. It was like a fire pit, huh? You get a sense of a fire pit right there. Planetary. Queen Kunze.
Where is the sun?
So,
The center.
looking at the Pyramid of the Moon this way, and this is Joe East talking, not official archaeology, because I don't care about officials, I don't care about experts. And this looks like some sort of fire pit, sort of central ceremonial area of whatever. And the Pyramid of the Moon is facing almost flushed down the Avenue of the Dead, whereas the Sun Pyramid is a little bit eccentric, so it's not a commanding view, the sun, whereas the Moon Pyramid behind me is a commanding view of the whole city center almost. So this must be the more important one as far as ceremonial, and I would guess the Sun Pyramid is less important for some other reason. I would guess. Tiene anillo aztec? Okay.
This is the more ancient temple.
More ancient one.
350 years after Christ.
Then so we got a couple of twin altars. Like this is the one to its facing out right. This is the one facing out left altar. It looks like an altar. But there's several smaller ones around here which look approximately the same size. So, and then there's a bullshit noise again. And so, yeah, something about this suggests it's the more important one than the Sun Pyramid. Okay, let's close out. Since this was the center of some ceremony, looks like a solar system, I'm going to go around. I'm going to take a shots of around it. Apparently that's the center of the universe, or the navel of the universe right there. What I would call the fire pit maybe, but who knows, right?
Desafortunadamente, amigos, para subir la pirámide de la luna no podemos llegar hasta la cima, solamente hasta la primera parte. No obstante, es una de las mejores vistas que pueden tener desde no tiene nada. 10 minutitos para subir, pues es lo que hacemos. No podemos llegar hasta la cima. Okay? So we have 10 minutes to climb, to take your photos and descend. Okay? This is what we can do. Okay? Vayan, amigos. El único problema de esta pirámide es que nos estamos un poquito altos.
And look up toward the Pyramid of the Moon and back down toward the ceremonial center. And it looks like we're coming full circle.
Supposed to be here, trade the priest, and then I want to make other temple in the top. Other temple in the top. There was 6 inside and then.
All right, we're standing as high as we can get on the Pyramid of the Moon, facing down Avenue of the Dead. Straight down here. And then to this, you'll see the Pyramid of the Sun. And if you notice, one of the guys pointed out to us, seems like they were trying to follow the shape of the mountains in the background, if you can see that. Under certain perspectives. Something to think about. So I'm going to go forward. Wave, Sarah. She's centering herself in the center of the universe. I'm going to go forward. I'll try to do as much of a grid as possible where I can, or whatever makes sense. Wait, hang on, I see something here. Looks like somebody dropped a stone right there for maybe some sort of center. Okay. Let's step on that. I don't know if that's, maybe that is a center, I don't know. Am I at the center of the universe? I don't know. Alright, go forward.
Vuelta y damos, claro que sí.
Swing right.
¡Ay, sí están altas! Mucho.
And almost facing it. Facing it.
I was actually surprised how far you could see it from. I was very surprised.
And we'll pause a bit. These altars to the left.
Photo.
A bit.
Una foto.
On the Avenue of the Dead. Down into the solar system model, whatever. Fire pit, ceremonial. Back off a bit. Come back down to that. Pull it out a bit. And if I can do this without falling, I'm going to get shots down the steps. There's my shoe. To the left. To the right.
I don't think we should do that. Okay, so let's stay up here for now. Yeah, first on that one.
Right.
Maybe like right between them.
Okay. I'm gonna do that one first because I don't know how long they'll be there.
And we'll cut. And we'll get Sarah doing her energy centering crap.
Me too. It's like this tea.
Alright, we'll stop here, go right. Alright. Again, now left. Let's take a few more steps forward.
Ándale, qué bello. A ver, otra. Ustedes sigan ahí, románticos. Yo me muevo.
And we'll stop. Go right. Do a 180. Stop. Back. Center point. Left. And point 180.
Les va a gustar. Híjole, les
And
voy a cobrar.
back.
Les voy a cobrar.
And all right, Pyramid of the Moon. I want to show you some of the smaller pyramids in the front of it, kind of what they suggest. So as we're looking forward toward the Avenue of the Dead, it's kind of there's reflection altars and or sub-pyramids on each side. You'll notice some unexcavated ones here. Almost mirror images with a slight exception. So this one has a mirror image on the other side. So I'm gonna cut and then go to its mirror image. All right, this appears to be his mirror image right there, I guess. Now if you look at these carefully on the left side facing the avenue, these guys look like they were restored partially for the facade right in the front. And in the back, it looks like they stopped work or something. Same on this next one right here. You kind of see they restored it to the facade, but on the back side, it looks like they stopped work. So perhaps all these weren't maybe altars, but sub-pyramids or something, pointing to the constellation at certain times of the year. And for the most part, these are mirror images of these, with the exception of straight down the avenue to the left. And those two pyramids there to the right. You don't see the two, but I'm guessing that might be an error of excavation or error of restoration, or they've seen something I'm not seeing from here. Looks to be things are mirror images though, mostly. Okay, we'll cut. All right, guys, we're just sitting down, refreshing ourselves after the climb up the Pyramid of the Moon, El Pirámide de la Luna. And there we go. Say hi, Sarah. Okay, so behind us is the spot. I guess they're still doing excavation planning, and so you can't go get any higher than this. So we're just sitting right at the edge of as high as you can get Pyramid of the Moon. I'll flip the camera the other way, and you can tell by the geometry of the system out here, this is probably the center of everything that they were trying to do on this Pyramid of the Moon thing, and not the Pyramid of the Sun. And one guy down there who's been selling stuff for a few years kind of confirmed that the way he sees it or what he has heard. All right, and there's Sarah climbing down the damn steps. Okay, we're at the. I'm at the bottom of the Pyramid of the Moon, facing the pyramid. I'm on the far right. Okay. So what I'll show you is on the excavation, or say restoration. Okay, so I'm in the back of one of the smaller pyramids or altars where you can see where the restoration happened and when they stopped work. I just want to get us some close shots of that. Natural versus restored, or what I think to be natural versus restored. So that might point to clues as to what this was. Alright, and the one in front of me here, which will be to the right side of the Pyramid of the Moon facing it, looks like an unexcavated smaller pyramid also, I would guess. Covered in shrubs and cactus. Alright. We'll cut here. Alright, we're still in front of the Pyramid of the Moon. I got the camera shooting towards the west, and we're in front of some of the sub-pyramids in front of the Pyramid of the Moon on the right side facing the pyramid. So here's the back side of some of the sub-pyramids, and you can see where it wasn't restored. It was restored for the facade, obviously, visitors in the park, but it looks like there's some other stuff that wasn't restored. Who knows? It could be cost, or perhaps they've got some more archaeological stuff they gotta do before they restore, or if they ever restore the other pieces in front of the Pyramid of the Moon. And of course, we were looking up this one on the previous film clip. Thinking there's a hell of a lot more pyramids than maybe there's on the map. You see the pyramid of the moon in the back. Excuse me, pyramid of the moon in the back. All right. Here's another one of the altar / pyramids. Again, it's restored up to a point and then it stops. All right. So given that, I think these are all sub-pyramids, maybe not even altars. Perhaps. Anyway, different way of thinking. Who knows? Who the hell knows? Okay, we'll cut here. All right, Avenue of the Dead facing Pyramid of the Moon. We're gonna flip 180 down Avenue of the Dead. 180. All right, we're gonna walk this. All right. We'll cut here. All right, so I'm standing as close to the center as I can to the coordinate lines from the Pyramid of the Moon there. I'm going to swing 90 degrees. Pyramid of the Sun. All right, I'm going to swing another 90 degrees straight down the Avenue of the Dead. And then another 90 degrees due, was that west? Due west. All right. Do one more. Zoom in just a little bit on this next 180. All right, a little bit further down Avenue of the Dead, we're facing Pyramid of the Moon. We'll swing to the right, Pyramid of the Sun. And we're gonna just go do a 180. No, I should have said we were going to do a 360. All right. There ends a 360. All right. A little bit further down Avenue of the Dead. We're looking toward the Pyramid of the Moon, and that's Pyramid of the Sun right there. So we've been walking along here. And stumbled upon what looks like another pyramid here, right in the middle of the Avenue of the Dead. Interesting. I'm guessing these were like lesser pyramids, or if you still think they're altars, lesser altars. We were speculating these might be columns of a giant temple, given the geometry here. Could have been where those steps are, could have been like giant columns holding up a very large temple. Or pavilion style place. And just let you see some of the rocks to these little pyramids on the side that haven't been restored. Anything interesting up there?
No trespassing signs.
Yep, probably for excavators. Interesting stuff there. Carefully unearth it. What's behind here? cooler air if you want to come catch a breath. This might be a refreshing area if there's no gates up stopping you from going. We'll see. Oh yeah, it feels really good here, Sarah. Ah, nice. Nice view too of some of these little crevice villages, whatever it is. Yeah, we're getting tired here, walking up one pyramid and down then down the 2-mile Avenue of the Dead. So get a little bit of refreshing air here. Under the trees, out of the sun. What's up? Yep, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, these ruins are really beautiful. We found something here off the beaten path, so I'm just letting the camera roll as I walk along the trails here. Looks like we see a little village being excavated here. You can't get behind the fence, but you can definitely see past it. These little ways down the trail to see how far the excavation goes. Yeah, catch your breath. This looks like a city.
It's like what?
Still up there? All right, we're still on the Avenue of the Dead. We're gonna go to this Plaza B. All right, let's do it. All right. Alright, I'm going to stop here and do a 180. 90 degrees to the right. 90 degrees left. And forward. Right, left. Swing to the right. Alright. And forward. Ooh-ah. Looks like this has a symmetrical thing too. Yeah, it looks symmetrical. Looks like a mini pyramid of the moon sort of thing. Oh, excavation and deep in the earth. Head of a serpent and a jaguar. All right, a little bit off the Avenue of the Dead here. There's an excavation site, it looks like, that's going on. We found by chance. They got some platforms, I guess, to protect some of the excavations from the weather. Let's see what it's all about. All right, let's walk as far as we're able until it says Prohibito El Paso, then we'll stop. All right. This is painful, but it's well worth it. All right. Nice. Let's go inside the chamber. I'm gonna do a 360 with the camera though first, so our viewers can get a better sense. All right, now we're going in the chamber. On there, a bunch of excavations. Oh, there's an entrance there too.
Oh my God, look at this.
Oh, it's the below chamber, probably similar to the other one. Maybe it connects the below sub chambers. Wow. Entrada. Let's go here. No flash. Okay, I won't be flashing. So I guess it says walk on here. Son of a gun. Yep, there's a bunch of chambers. I guess you can imagine, what, one family living per chamber? Assuming they're not like Americans needing more elbow space than most folks. And Sarah wants to be an archaeologist eventually. So welcome to the craft. Son of a gun. There's some paintings, it looks like, over here of some whatever. Wow. So they put up some brick columns and some metal columns, I guess, to hold this stuff up. Wow. Ooh. All right. Yeah, it looks like they had to put some brick in here to kind of firm up the walls in some places, but they tried to make it as true as possible to the original design. Wow. Salida. Huh. This is cool too because it's almost air conditioned.
Yeah, it's nice and cool under here.
All right, we'll kill the film. All right, we're at the end of the Avenue of the Dead, and we ascended the steps to the temple of, I think, Quetzalcoatl, or the feathered serpent. Looking toward the Pyramid of the Sun and the Pyramid of the Moon, oddly enough. Major excavations going on there, huh? I'm gonna zone in and do a 180 or 360 so we can finish up the trip. All right, and that's the 180. We'll close out.